All right, nice mask. Great, okay. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Tim Regan. I'm the Executive Director of Foodworks here at the Maryland Food Bank. I'm excited to welcome you all to what's my favorite day at the food bank, the graduation of our Foodworks class. This is our 36th graduating class, and for these graduates, today is truly special. To write a passage, a celebration of all their hard work that went into their training here at Foodworks. And this is actually a pretty special class in Foodworks history. It's the very first class to complete the entire program from start to finish in 12 weeks under the COVID-19 pandemic. So they should get a round of applause for that. So this class started with us at the end of June and has been the first class to work through our new hybrid online on-site training model from start to finish. In the last 12 weeks, these graduates have learned a variety of culinary techniques, gained valuable information on food costs, nutrition, and menu planning, and have been certified as food safety experts, all while working 3 days per week here in our kitchen and 2 days per week Zooming in online from home. So they've also learned about how to do online remote training. And they've worked closely with Chef Mo and Chef Christina to learn new tools like Zoom, which we all know now, and a new product called Ruby.com, and how to take home food to work on classroom assignments independently. And that way they performed an extremely valuable service for us. They've allowed us to learn how to transform our curriculum, which was all classroom and kitchen based, from that kind of a program into a program that can also be run virtually in an online environment, which is important, during the COVID pandemic. What we've learned with their help is going to continue to help us with future Foodworks classes. So you've all earned the right to wear those chef whites proudly, to lead long, and I hope successful careers in the food industry. As each of you prepare to begin your own careers in various kitchens across the state, I've no doubt you're going to make your Foodworks mentors very proud. I also encourage you to figure out ways to help those with less than you, like you have during your program here, and establish yourself as a leader, not just within your community, but the movement to end hunger. Thank you and congratulations. What's also exciting about today's event is that the legacy that began with class 36 here is going to continue with the next group of Foodworks students, class 37, which will begin their work with us here next week. Normally, we have our new class with us here to congratulate our graduates, but in this new virtual world, we have some of the new class online. And to this new class, I want to welcome you to the Maryland Food Bank and congratulate you for making the first step in your journey to a new career in the food service industry. By joining us today, I hope you get a good sense of what's in store and all that's expected of you over the next 12 weeks. Thank you for being here. Today, we're pleased to have with us Carmen Delgretchio, who is President and CEO of the Maryland Food Bank. Carmen joined the Maryland Food Bank in 2016 after a distinguished career in the money banking industry at M&T Bank. In his first 4 years, he's led us through a return to a position of financial and operational strength, the development of a new strategic plan, a major reorganization of the food bank, the creation of a new set of organizational values, and to top it off, our ongoing response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Carmen would like to share a few words with our class 36 graduates. Please join me in welcoming Carmen.
Thank you, Tim, and good afternoon, everybody. And thanks to those of you who are able to attend here in this COVID environment and those of you who are streaming with us online. This is Tim said something that we call one of the 4 best days of the year at the Maryland Food Bank, and I certainly agree with that. It's really been a proud and privileged opportunity here. So let me first start off to say congratulations to each of the graduates. Trying to learn in this environment between Zoom and what do you call it, Ruby, and cooking at home and cooking here and remote and hybrid and distance learning, all those concepts that didn't exist 6 months ago. I applaud you for navigating through all that in addition to just doing what the core program is built to do, is to teach you critical, technical, and life skills to help you succeed. But I congratulate you for navigating through all that, because that is not easy for anybody in a normal circumstance. COVID is obviously something that's top of mind for all of us in this room. It's and the food bank's no exception. 6 months ago, we got thrown in the mix of this thing as to provide food for more and more people who were affected, either having lost jobs or loved ones to this pandemic, and we're facing food insecurity for the first time. The food bank has had to step in to fill that void. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about it, but I did want to make people aware of the fact that from what we've seen over the last 5 months, we've distributed nearly twice as much food as we normally would have in that same environment. 2 times as much food as we normally have, with, frankly, some supports that already exist. There was some supports, as people know, that have come out of Washington and to help people in need. So we know that this is something we're going to be dealing with as those supports begin to go away and the economy tries to recover, but will take some time doing so. These are things that we're going to be dealing with for months to come. But the beauty of today is we don't have to talk about COVID. We can talk about and focus on a time when the food bank actually did more than crisis management, when we actually looked forward and talked about strategically, where do we want to go as an organization? And one of the things that we landed on is that our motto is until hunger ends. And if we're serious about this notion of ending hunger, then we have to do more than just provide food. Not that we're not proud of the work we've done for the last 40 years and proud of the fact that we've been there for families in need over those times. But again, if we're going to truly be serious about the notion of ending hunger and having people who no longer have to rely on food banks going forward, we have to find other ways to help people. And that's where Foodworks comes in. This is a program that's providing technical and life skills that we know are going to increase the odds of success for each of you. The program will provide an opportunity to embark on a career and provide for yourselves and your families so that you hopefully will never need food banks going forward. This is a program is a critical component of our future work to help those who are interested in the culinary field but may not know where to go or where to begin, and provide these skills and access to careers. It's something we've been doing for the last 10 years, and we're looking to do even more of it in the next 10. I've now been probably here for about 10 or 12 graduation classes, and what it looks like to me is each class here carves their own path. They develop their own personality, and I'm sure this one was no different. And I'm sure if I asked Chef Mo or Chef Christina, they could probably tell us some stories about you that we probably wouldn't want to talk about in public. But because of COVID, we've had fewer events. We had fewer opportunities to interact, fewer opportunities to get to know each other. And so that's disappointing for me. But I'm thankful that I had a few minutes to spend with each of you last week. And I know based on that conversation, or I know based on our performance historically as a Foodworks program, that you've developed the technical skills that are necessary to succeed in this field. But what I observed during our short time together is that you all demonstrated other qualities, those soft skills that are ultimately going to be important and ultimately going to allow you to differentiate yourselves from others as you proceed in your career. Now, I have no experience of what it takes to be successful in the kitchen, and I barely enter my kitchen in my own home. But I know that the life skills and the food safety knowledge that you got here are just table stakes. That's the entry into these opportunities. And then most everyone you interact with in your careers are going to have those skills. But what's going to differentiate you from others and what you make you an even more valued team member will be things like your attitude, your energy, and your commitment. I hope I'm not stealing Tim's thunder, but Tim tells a story about a year ago, we got a call from a potential hiring manager at a site here in Baltimore who said to Tim, I want to hire your entire class. Our entire class. And Tim asked kind of why. And he didn't say that he had to have great knife skills or they know exactly what temperature in which to defrost chicken. They said, your graduates changed the culture of my kitchen. That's big. That's transformational. And that's powerful. And that's hopefully the thing I want all y'all to take away from is it's important, the technical skills you learned here, but the things you bring to the job and the things that I witnessed in the short time that we were together, I think came through to me very, very clear. I saw positive attitudes. You didn't let the challenges of COVID learning beat you down during this process. You offered us some very valuable and constructive feedback on how we can make this program better for the next classes to come in. I felt the level of energy and excitement about completing the program and looking forward to what lies ahead. And clearly you have a commitment because you survived 12 or 13 weeks of this program when in normal circumstances it's challenging. They're long days. We're not the easiest place in the world to get to. And you have to deal with personality conflicts, pressures of time deadlines. And so in the normal circumstances, this program is not easy. But in this circumstance, it's even harder. And your commitment to get through that as you have says a lot about yourselves and something you should all be very proud of. So I want to say congratulations again on embarking on this journey. This is really just the beginning. You've developed skills and you have a passion to start a career in a culinary field. And so today's graduation, while it's a significant milestone, is really just the early step on this journey. It's one of the first steps. Now it's taking what you've learned and combining them with these intangibles, these soft skills that will help you go far in your career. Don't lose sight of honing both sets of those skills as you move forward. There'll be no doubt there'll be difficult times and setbacks, but try to look at each as a learning opportunity and just try to keep moving forward one step at a time, like you did time and time again in 12 weeks in this program. And when you are struggling, know that you're not alone. Lean on your colleagues here. There's 7 of you graduating today, 7 of you who've got to know each other pretty well over the last 12 weeks, for better or for worse. But you're folks that can help each other as you travel through you go on your journey. Lean on Chef Mo and Chef Christina. They bring levels of expertise, contacts, knowledge, a shoulder to lean on. They're here to help you. Just because you've graduated doesn't mean they don't want to continue to maintain a relationship. And there's others in our organization that you can lean on as you move forward as too. So please do not hesitate to continue to leverage this Foodworks organization to help you as you move on in your career. Being a graduate of Foodworks means you always have a place to turn to for help. So please don't hesitate to use it. So I want to thank you for your tenacity. Thank you for your commitment and your passion. I want to wish you the best of luck in your careers. We're excited to hear how far you'll go. I hope you'll stay in touch with us as you do. And once again, congratulations to this class of Forward to Foodworks graduates. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carmen. Thank you. Before we move to the next part of the program, I want to take a moment to introduce a few other members of the Foodworks team. First, I want to introduce Darcy Sullivan, who's our Workforce Development Manager. And we can clap for her. I like that. Spontaneous applause. I love it. She's worked with students from actually before they came into the program. So when they were joining the program, recruiting them into it. And help them with job readiness skills while they're in the program. And most importantly now is focused on finding them their first job. The second person I want to introduce just joined us this week, and that's Rebecca Johnson, our new case manager. Rebecca's job will be to help students and alumni overcome any specific barriers to training and employment. We hope you guys stay connected to Rebecca as you get going on your careers. A third important team member that could not be here for graduation, who I want to mention, is Chef Christina Waner. Chef Christina led the class 36, through all its paces, all the coursework in the kitchen and classroom for the last 12 weeks. And I know she stopped by this morning to see you all, so that's great. And she's definitely going to stay connected to you. So I hope you continue to reach out to her. So now it's my privilege to introduce the Zoom queen, our executive chef, Mo Jordan, who over the last 12 weeks has spent countless hours working with our graduates, preparing them for their future careers in food service. Chef Mo.
Good afternoon, class 36. I am here today. I wanted to say good afternoon, not only to you, class 36, but to our families and our friends, those who are online. Thank you for coming and supporting our students. I would like to give you an overview of our culinary program. Here we are. This was one of our most famous H Mart trips with Chef Christina. The students had an opportunity to take a field trip during COVID to H Mart, where they not only had an opportunity to be exposed to different types of foods and ethnic backgrounds and things like that, but I hear they ate a lot of food, didn't they, Jawan? This journey began 12 weeks ago. Here we are right now in our professional culinary training. Foodworks challenges students in a professional commercial kitchen and in the classroom. So here we are with, you have Coretta and a few of the other students not only participating in Zoom, but also those herbs that you see on the cutting board are from our very own garden. So we had an opportunity to go out to the garden, pick some herbs, and learn how to properly use them. Here is a group picture of us. The students had an opportunity to work on different things like baking, permanent, temporary emulsifications. They pretty much learned all about the knives, the parts of a knife, as well as different color cutting boards, Servsafe food handler. You cannot step foot into our kitchen until you have obtained your Servsafe food handler certificate. Weeks 1 through 4. During this particular phase, the students learn things like knife skills. They develop commercial equipment knowledge, begin to understand how herbs and spices build different flavor profiles, as well as also increase and decrease in recipes, and also learning how to make temporary and permanent emulsification, which sounds really hard to do, but pretty simply how to make a mayonnaise, how to make a vinaigrette from scratch. And here's, we had an opportunity to also work on things like fish fabrication, chicken fabrication. And you guys can attest, was it easy? Was it easy? Right. So once again, just exposing them to things that they typically wouldn't be exposed to on the work site itself. They learned about garde-manger, how to make an apple, how to make a swan out of an apple, as well as learning those intricate knife skills using like the paring knives and things like that. And then the picture in the middle, you can see where they were learning how to use their mechanical and their chemical leavening agents and yeast by making our bagels for our event, Bagels in the Garden. Weeks 5 through 8, the students had an opportunity to learn various things like sauces, the permanent temporary emulsification sauces, as well as how to make mother sauces. We taught them what Beth V stands for: bechamel, espagnole, tomato, Hollandaise, and velouté. Not only did they learn those different techniques, but they also had an opportunity to continuously use them over and over during the program. And some of the students actually went home and made it for their families. So I thought that was pretty nice. Weeks 9 through 11, students spent the final 4 weeks furthering their competencies with the proteins, learning the science of baking, as well as crafting desserts. They also had the opportunity to become Servsafe Manager Certified, which is a nationwide certification, which is taught on a college level. So who says you can't do it? You can. So perseverance, dedication, and passion. These are pictures that are very near and dear to me. You see the students where they're in the kitchen. Not only are they doing knife skills and things like that, but they're actually learning in the environment that they're going to be working in. And I see that picture there in the middle. I see somebody that's very strong, somebody at one point who said, you know what, Chef Mo, I can't do it. And she sits here today standing in front of us. And then we also have our phase up ceremony. There's 3 different phases, yellow phase, orange phase, and red phase. Now, in these phases, you don't just move up, you have to earn your scarf. And boy, is that a celebration. So here are a few pictures of our students in the garden. What I love about the Maryland Food Bank and the garden, having access to the garden is not only do we just get an opportunity to go out there, pick the herbs and teach the students about them. That's kind of where sometimes if you need to take a breather, walk out to the garden, breathe in, breathe out, and come back to class. So, and then you also see Chef C working with the students on making a Hollandaise sauce. That's that permanent emulsification sauce that we were talking about. We had an opportunity to expose the students to some heirloom tomatoes, which they otherwise would not have had the opportunity to see. And here is our, we had a knife skills class as well as one of our chefs, Chef T, was the guest chef for today. And he taught the students how to make one of his famous dishes. So not only did he actually prepare the dish, the students had an opportunity to learn how that dish was prepared as well. And here's our complete candidates, all of our students. Just wanted to say thank you all for not giving up. I know it was hard, we pushed through, and the sky is the limit for you guys. So I'm just looking forward to seeing what your future will hold from this point forward. When combined with their culinary proficiencies, the skills Foodworks students learn during the program make them workforce ready and highly desirable to the hospitality industry the day they graduate. And now I would like to bring up Cliff, who is our guest speaker for today. Cliff Williams, come on up.
Hello, everybody. My name is Cliff Williams, and I would like to speak. It's a motivational speech. I don't know if y'all like listen or look at YouTube, but every morning I listen to these motivational speech, even when going to sleep. Waking up, I can just hear it. It's a speech that I would like to speak on, I would like to say, and it's written by Logan Taylor. It's called You Matter. Okay, give me a second. I ain't never done nothing like this before, so I gotta give me a minute. Okay. I want you to know you matter. Yup, I said it. You matter, nobody else. Nobody else but you. When you wake up in the morning, what you do matters. When you brushing your teeth in the morning, what you do matters. When you ironing your clothes in the morning and you don't feel like getting out of the bed, I want you to know that you matters. I want you to understand that you matter because what you do could change everybody's life and the trajectories of what they can overcome. I want you to know that you matter because nobody ever told me that I mattered. I want you to know that you mattered because you're got people that are dependent on you right now. You may have kids, which is my son right there, my only boy. And you have younger siblings like your moms, your dad, your grandma, and your auntie. There's somebody out there that's dependent on you. So I want you to know that you matter. You have the ability and you have the tools and the power of all the amazing characteristics that you are in, that is on you and the inside to come out to flourish and ready to see what's walking and what's ahead of you as a purpose of life. And whoever called you out, prove them wrong because you matters. Okay. I would like to say, I don't want to go no more with it because I just want to go off the top. I truly appreciate every step and moment that I had gotten to be a part of this program, because I never successfully done anything that was powerful like this in my life. To be able to push myself to limits that I thought that couldn't be pushed, to doing things and reading things and trying to understand bacteria and viruses and things like that, that I would have never had no knowledge of or never would have thought of. In fact, if I probably wouldn't, and I probably would have had 1,000 people sick right about now. And all the great friends of mine, they not just chefs to me, they my friends. Like, I met them and didn't even know them. And we grew together as a team, a powerful team. My chef, Chef Mo, and Chef Christina was like one of the best people that ever gave me hope, that say that you can be able to do this. And I was a crybaby. I was a crybaby because at first I failed. And Chef Mo said, sometimes you're gonna fail, but don't be a failure. Keep moving, keep going. And ever since then, I kept moving and I kept going to where I'm at right now. So I would love to give a special thank you to Chef Mo. I will give a lovely special thank you to Chef Christina, and for every staff that's working here, Miss Dorsey. I met Miss Dorsey first before I even got here. I used to worry her, is we really gonna get in there? Is we really gonna get in here? And we in here. So I would like to thank everybody who came, friends, chef, and everybody. And I truly appreciate it. I love you, Bill. And I really wanted to do this because I wanted to show my son that it doesn't matter how old you are. Don't matter how long it take you, as long as you can get it done. And thank y'all, I truly appreciate that.
At this time, I would like to give out our Impact Awards. And with our Impact Awards, I'm going to be giving each student a folder. In this folder is setting them up for long-term success for when they leave the Maryland Food Bank. In the folder, they have their Servsafe Food Handler Certificate, your Servsafe Manager's Certification. You have 5 copies. You also have your cover letter, your resume, and we also have some job leads in here for you. So Monday is not a day of rest. Let's get to work, okay? So our first certificate is going to Mr. Ramasia Carter. Thank you. Our next certificate is going to, let me just read it, I'm sorry. It says, this certificate is presented to Mr. Marcus Lingham for being responsive and flexible amidst a constantly changing landscape. We thank you for your participation in the Maryland Food Bank Foodworks program. Marcus, come on up. Thank you. This next one, it says this certificate is presented to Ms. Ann Martin for building creative solutions that challenges the status quo. We thank you for your participation in the Maryland Food Bank Foodworks program. Come on up, Ms. Ann. Thank you. Our next certificate is for Mr. Jawan Nixon. Through diversity, experiences, and perspectives, you've displayed inclusion, trust, and mutual respect, which makes the team stronger. Congratulations, Jawan. This here is our mission driven. This certificate is presented to Mr. Temi O for being committed and compassionate, always with the humble heart. We thank you, Temi. This next one here, it says, this certificate is presented to Ms. Coretta Plater for sharing openly and honestly, especially when opportunities or challenges arise. Come on up, Coretta. And last but not least, this one is for passion. This is for Mr. Cliff Williams for being energized by your work and taking ownership of your actions and your results. Congratulations to you, Cliff. Thank you. So what the students don't know is last week or the week before, you guys were doing testimonials. So what we did today was we compiled your testimonials into a. Now, this is our first time doing it. This was our first trial run. So just give us an opportunity to show you what the students think about our Foodworks program.
My name is Ann, I'm with class 36, and I'm from Anne Arundel County, Glen Burnie.
My name is Cliff Williams. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay, my name is Marcus Lingham. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
My name is Juwan Nixon. I'm 18 years old. I just graduated out of high school and I'm part of the class 36 of the Foodworks program.
I actually volunteered here maybe about 2-3 years ago, and then I'm an alumni from CCBC, so I learned about the program through them as well.
I learned about the Foodworks program throughout internet, browsing through Google.
I just wanted to get back to me. So I was like, yo, I need to buckle down and take a leap of faith and get back to doing some stuff that I need to do, change my life, you know what I mean? So I was like, man, I'm gonna do this culinary thing.
I cook all the time. I do some catering for family, and so that's my passion. And so family's like, since you love cooking, you should just go ahead and go to school. So I said, I'm just gonna do it because I kept putting it off, doing everything else. So now, just jump right in with both feet.
Compared to what I knew 3 months ago to where I'm at now.
Going here, taught me a whole lot of different things, you know what I mean?
And knife skills, because at first I was a little intimidated.
Like making sauces I never thought I would be doing, to just different types of knife skills, cutting uniformly, and you know what I'm saying?
Learning what not to do in the kitchen.
That to me is a transitional change, because every day was something towards bettering myself.
So when I came here, it helped me grow in understanding food. It helped me grow in understanding the risk of certain foods. And it gave me the knowledge of what I need in order to either be in a commercial kitchen of my own.
I'm glad I got to do this because this changed my whole entire life. Like I look at things totally different now. My favorite moment here probably was when we was doing the pastas, because I'm a big pasta fan. So
Fish, and I cooked that up. That was another one of my favorite moments because I learned how to cut down a fish, descale a fish. If I ever wanted to go fishing, I could do that all on my own in my own kitchen.
Some of my favorite moments is just stepping into the building. You know, like when it's like as soon as you're coming towards, it's just different atmosphere. It's just totally different. Everybody say good morning to you.
Miss Darcy helped us with the resume.
Like, I don't be wanting to stay home to do online courses. I'd rather be here, you know what I'm saying, to deal with everything.
I appreciate Chef Mo, Chef Christina for all they've done, Darcy. I mean, I couldn't ask for nothing.
Graduation, I'm gonna continued graduation under culinary arts. I'll be going to CCBC.
I'm actually going to get additional culinary education.
Hopefully land a job. I had got a call for a job interview actually. Gonna see how that goes.
My overall dream is to build something like this where, because food and cooking is from the heart, and regardless of who like who or who don't like who and whatever, they can all still come together and sit down and eat this meal.
I would just like to say that the Foodworks program is amazing. It's full of nice people, nice crewmates. The class that I have been with has been amazing. We help each other out a lot. And for anyone in the future who tends to take classes through the Foodworks program, it's going to be just as great as it has been for me.
The advice I would like to give is if you want to do the culinary program at Maryland Food Bank, to be serious, be dedicated, and stay the course.
The best advice I can give them is be yourself, let go, let down all your guards, and be willing to be ready to learn.
Thank you, Chef Mo. Can we get one more round of applause for that? And Cliff. We've now reached the moment that you've all been waiting for. It's time to present each student with their graduation certificates. But before we start, I want to briefly acknowledge one of our more important Foodworks partners, the Community College of Baltimore County, also known as CCBC. About 5 years ago, we joined with CCBC to form a unique partnership that allows us to expand the Foodworks program even further, combining our private resources with a public entity to provide career training opportunities to even more students interested in working in food service. We're grateful to CCBC for recognizing the impact a program like Foodworks has on the community, and for collaborating with us to make it even better. Steve Jerch, who's the Assistant Dean of Health and Business Services at CCBC, and Yumi Kim, who's a program coordinator of the Hospitality, Culinary, and Casino program, are with us here today. So Chef Mo is going to distribute the joint Maryland Food Bank CCBC certificate to each graduate as I read their names. Get them out of here. Okay, and now for our graduates. Ramasia Carter. Marcus Lingham. Ann Martin. Juwan Nixon. Temi Loluwu Ogenjemeluswe. I almost got that right. Temi O. I noticed that Mo did Temi O earlier. Coretta Plater. Last but not least, Mr. Cliff Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to present to you the 36th class of Foodworks graduates. Congratulations. Woohoo! If you want to stay and take some pictures, great. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to everyone who's online and was able to watch. And thank you so much again to our Class 36 graduates. Take care. Have a great weekend.